Hey guys, I'm back. So today I'm going to talk about a slightly less fun side of cosplay, and that is that sometimes your ideas don't always work out. So this week I had a bit of a failure with an idea that I had had for part of a project. If you've been following me for a while, then you probably know that for the last 2 years I've been working on Molly Mock's coat from Critical Role. It's a bit ostentatious. The outside is covered in embroidery. That was super fun to make, and I finished that, so it was time to do the lining. Now the lining is blue with a whole bunch of moons on it, and I couldn't find any fabric that fit the bill, so I was like, okay, I will get just plain blue lining fabric and I will paint the moons on it. So I got this super pretty color shifting paint, and I got a special textile medium to mix with it so that it would not crack and do weird things, because this isn't actually fabric paint. And I got a stencil so I wouldn't have to freehand, because that would turn out horrible. So the time finally came this week to work on the lining, and I realized, the stencil might make it a little bit slow and difficult, so I got some craft foam I had lying around and made a stamp. So I cut out all of the pattern pieces, and I saved any scraps that were too big to throw away but too small to use for anything, so I could use them for testers. And the other day I mixed the paint together and tested it out, and it did not go according to plan. This is my first set of tests. The paint did not get distributed evenly on the stamp, and then it stuck to the fabric a bit when I tried to pull it up, because the fabric is very light and flowy, and so I couldn't get a clean lift. And I tried multiple times and none of them worked out very well. This one is okay-ish from a distance, as you can see, but it's not if you get anywhere near it. So then I decided to try my original plan of doing the stencil, and again, it didn't work as well because, again, the fabric is very light and flowy. And so when I was making strokes with the brush, it pulled, and now it's very squiggly around the edges. Luckily, I have plenty of scraps to do further tests on and figure out other ideas for how to make this work, but my original 2 ideas failed. There's not really particularly a moral to this video or anything, it's just really sometimes you fail. And that can be frustrating. I'm a perfectionist, and I also am one of those people that tends to pick up things pretty quickly, so it's a little not fun for me to fail, and I know that there's a lot of other creatives that are the same way. So I guess this is really just more of a transparency video than anything, because, everybody fails. It's I'm not just gonna whip all these costumes out of thin air perfectly formed. I cut things out incorrectly sometimes. I have painting issues. So I guess really the point of this is it's okay to fail, and have backup. Always have backup and test things out. That's what mock-ups are for, that's what tests like this are for. That's why you keep your scraps, so you can test things out, so that you can make sure that things will work when it's experimental. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this coat sooner rather than later, figuring out how to make this work, because I've been working on it for a really long time, and I'm very much looking forward to finishing it. And when that day finally comes when I finish this coat, I'll be posting it on Instagram and everything, so you can find the links down below to keep up on my progress on the rest of this coat, and I will see you all next time.